Here we are going into season 4. We're having a lot of tiffs. We're having a lot of taps. Bobby is now getting ready to get married to Melanie. You know, she's working for the heart doctor. Now, supposedly his heart doctor has nobody else in his life. Melanie runs his office, his personal bank accounts, his business bank accounts.
He is now deceased. He ended up passing away.
So toward about 3/4 through the 4th season, he dies of all things a heart attack, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was a heart attack. I don't know.
And it was just a shock because I had made good friends with this heart doctor. Like, he had been looking out for me.
He was actually a really good guy. I mean, he was cool.
Yeah. And so Bobby comes to me that next day and he's like, you know, Dr. So-and-so died. I don't want to put his name out there because he does have children.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, man, I heard. I can't believe it. Are you going to the funeral? He's like, yeah, Melanie's lining up the funeral, because Melanie's the only person he has. And so then Bobby starts to tell me that Melanie's getting everything. Now, this heart doctor is very well to do, y'all. Bobby's telling me about this baseball card collection that the guy has. It's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. He's telling me about a Corvette, a Winnebago, the house, the banking account that has $250,000. He's going through all this stuff. Supposedly, Melanie's getting it all because there's no heirs in this family, and he's leaving everything to her. And so Bobby's getting ready to co-inherit millions of dollars. So now he's set. And they have the funeral, and the day after the funeral, Bobby comes up to work, and he's got on his shirt, which was a Lizard Lick Towing Recovery Agent, because he couldn't use Lizard Lick Towing, but it was Lizard Lick Towing Recovery Agent, and it was, I can't remember what his shirt said, but it was a Bobby shirt. It was his shirt. And we had an agreement he wouldn't wear that shirt during our scenes. He would wear that shirt during his scenes. He come up there, and he did it to start an argument. I know he did, and we got into a little tiff about it. And in the middle of the tiff, he throws the keys at me to the thing. He's like, I quit. I'm done. I'm not filming with y'all anymore. I'm not working here no more. I'm done. Now, we're in 3/4 way through a season and up for a renewal. And I'm like, you're done? How are you going to be done? You know, we're making this on this. Man, we have a huge following. Don't you care about the fans? Don't you care about us? Don't you care about my family? He's like, I don't care about nothing. That was his exact words. I'm fine. I'll be fine. I got all this coming in. And what he's referring to was the inheritance from the doctor. So I honestly did not go to the wake or the funeral because I was not going to have an argument with Bobby or Melanie or anybody. And I called him for 2 or 3 days. He wouldn't return my calls. He wouldn't talk to me. And this is supposed to be a guy that's my brother for years, that we have a falling out. We get back together, And so they had the funeral. They have the wake, they had the funeral. Everything's going. We're having to finish our season without Bobby at this point, just out of the blue. And we did. We finished our season. But a couple of days after that, I get a phone call from Bobby. And he wants to talk. And I, all right, what's up, Bo? And he's like, well, maybe I acted irrationally. Maybe I was harsh. I said, maybe you were. But I can tell you this, and I'll never forget what I told him. I said, man, when you get bit by a snake, you have 2 choices. You can either chase that snake into the bushes and try to catch it. And chances are you're going to get bit again. Or you can go get help and just avoid the snake. Now, I've had people tell me a lot of times the third option is to kill the snake. That's not an option in life, y'all. Okay?
Yeah.
Can't kill the snake. And I'm not calling Bobby a snake. I'm just giving you an analogy. I chose to leave and get help. I chose to better myself. Whether we had another season come out or not, I chose to do my own thing. I told Bobby I didn't want him back. I didn't want him back in my life. I didn't want him back in my office, and I did not want him back in the show, and I would not film with him. If you could walk out on us and what God had put together for us, including him and all the fans, and you could walk out on all the fans, the people that tune in every Monday night for you, I don't need you in my life because you're just going to do it again. And then I got to thinking, man, this is a really weird, because Bobby never comes and apologizes. He's like Amy, never apologizes.
Oh, whatever. I do apologize if I'm wrong.
Whatever.
But it's very rare that I'm wrong.
So what I come to find out is that apparently this doctor has 2 estranged children. And while they were taking stuff out of this doctor's house, these 2 children showed up for the funeral. And called the law and had Bobby and Melanie escorted off the property. And the 2 children inherited everything. So Bobby ended up with whatever they took, if they took anything before the kids got there, is all that they got.
Yeah.
They didn't get the practice. They didn't get the money. They didn't get the car collection. They didn't get the Corvette. They didn't get the Winnebago. They didn't get a house. They didn't get anything. Now I know why Bobby called me back. And because I would not let him back into my circle. And again, I'm not upset about it. I think it happened for a reason. I understand that it did happen, and I hold no ill will. Still love the dude. Still wish him the best every day for him.
I think there's just certain times in life that God opens your eyes to what's
Yes.
in front of you. And there's a lot of times that you're blinded by the friendship or the relationship or the love of the relationship. And so you can't see the obvious.
Yeah. So I choose not to let him back in. And Amy supports my decision. We talk about it. We pray about it. But I choose that I just don't want to go through that again because it was devastating.
Yes.
It was truly devastating, like seriously devastating. And so
When you have somebody that close to
Yeah.
you in your life and, you know, it's not that you did anything for them that you, I mean,
We did
you
it with him.
You did it with him and you love him like he is truly family.
he was.
And then to let things keep going after one incident, after another, after another. How many times do you allow that to happen to you and be that person's doormat until finally you're like, look, no, I'm not doing this anymore.
And don't
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we are where we are.
But don't get it twisted. I was not perfect. I made
No.
tons of mistakes. I did stuff to Bobby. I'm not saying I didn't. It's just the stuff, when we did little things to each other, that's what people do. We hurt each other. We make each other mad. This was beyond, I'm not going to say beyond forgiveness. This was beyond return.
Yeah.
I can forgive you for it, but you
Yes.
can't return to my life.
That's right.
And so,
And you have to forgive people
Yeah.
for stuff because if you don't forgive them, then it's only going to bother you. It's
Eats
not going
you-
to bother
eats you
them.
like a cancer.
He could care less.
He'd never care.
Exactly. They could care less, but it's only going to eat you up inside.
so then what happened is he starts going after my sponsors.